Hi, welcome to my Pick a Card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here today with a Pick a Card reading for you. Today's Pick a Card topic is all about the person that you're going to commit to and have a life with. Who are you going to build a life with? Who will you marry? Who will you have a long-term commitment to? And what type of connection will you have? I want to welcome back my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all of your kind comments. I have posted, I have notified my recent winner, but be sure to drop your comment below any of my readings this month for your chance to win. I will be drawing another name this week, so be sure to drop your comment and turn on your notification bell so that I can notify you if you are chosen the winner and we can get the ball rolling. That offer is open, of course, to all of my returning subscribers and to anybody new who has just subscribed or anybody who has stumbled across the channel for the first time. Please join the family, subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and if you drop me a comment below any of my readings this month, you are automatically entered for your chance to win a free tarot reading with me. You can also check out my link below for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. I do mini reads over there on occasion, so be sure to check me out there as well. But for today's Pick a Card topic, we're looking at your future in commitments. Who are you going to marry, or who are you going to have a long-term committed relationship with? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Star and the Clear Quartz. Pile number 2 with the Lovers and the Lapis Lazuli. Pile number 3 with the Red Agate and the Happy Squirrel. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for today, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about who will you marry, what type of details can Spirit offer you about your lives together. Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You are drawn to the Clear Quartz or to the Star energy, and this is your reading. Who are you going to marry? What are some of the details of your life together with this person? You could feel like you've been going through a lot of frogs, like kissing a lot of frogs before you find your prince, or vice versa. You don't have to be the divine feminine. You can be the divine masculine, of course. But they're really speaking about a period of disappointment that you've had to go through. Maybe even moments of like depression where you're just like, where is my person? Why do I keep going through this cycle over and over again? There is an emphasis on being stuck in the in-between right now and feeling like you don't know what the future holds in love. So maybe you're not even in a relationship at this moment. If you are, maybe you don't really know if this is the one for you or where it's headed. But Spirit wants to assure you that all paths are going to lead to home for you. So they don't want you to be concerned about decisions that have brought you here or decisions that are going to carry you forward, because they understand that all paths lead to home, and the contrast that you've experienced is exactly what you needed perhaps to recognize what you do want moving forward. So embrace this period, embrace the in-between. It does not have any indication associated with it that you are off track in any sort of way. There's also something about healing coming in along with this new connection, and the recognition of, oh, that's why I had to go through that cycle. That's why that relationship in the past didn't work out, was because I was waiting for this. King of Swords coming out first with the 2 of Wands and the Emperor energy as well. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We also have very strong Aries. Who are you going to marry? Who are you going to have a committed relationship with? We have the Hierophant. I do feel like this will be a full-fledged commitment. I feel like you will be signing papers. I feel like you'll perhaps maybe even have like the church wedding, something like that. We have the Hanged Man. The King of Cups. Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through as well. We have the Ace of Cups in the reversal. We have the 6 of Cups, and we do have the 8 of Pentacles. Now we're going to clarify as we go forward here. I am getting this message about your partner, actually. There's a feeling about you softening their perspective when it comes to family and when it comes to children. So they may have a very rigid view or even an expectation of what they're capable of when it comes to family, when it comes to building a life together in that way, but you change their perspective. I'm getting a very strong educational energy surrounding this person. They could be a teacher or work in some type of school environment or education environment, or be a trainer of some kind. They could work in the law field, but that's not for everyone. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's a teacher amongst us. So this person could be even a teacher who teaches children, school-age children, or high school. I'm getting a really strong sense of high school. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And it's interesting that you soften their perspective on family and children, considering that I do get a sense that this person, for someone watching, could be an educator, could be a teacher. But I feel like, again, I feel like they're teaching older children at this time, or teenagers. Page of Cups. I also had that related to the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. Spirit says that the Divine Feminine right now is feeling really low, and maybe you just broke up with someone, or you're just going through a breakup in this moment, because they're talking about you feeling really frustrated with the universe and feeling frustrated with Spirit in general. It's like you're wanting them to prove themselves. It's like, well, my hands are tied behind my back. Like, I'm not doing anything from this point forward because I've just gone through a negative cycle to bring this person in. So the universe better have my back, and they better bring it forward for me, because there's a feeling of really strong insecurity. They're also talking about, for someone watching, this person will take on the brunt of the financial burden once you do end up having a family together. For someone watching, after you have your first child, you may not, for the Divine Feminine, you may not return to work. And that's not for everyone, but you may not return to work, and this person can support you and will. There's also this emphasis on wondering if this person is somebody from my past that's coming through. But Spirit says that when we focus upon the past too much, it's almost a self-sabotaging technique, and they're encouraging us to look forward. They say that this is a new person coming in. There is the emphasis on the Six of Cups on the back of the deck, but this is one aspect that Spirit says we need to gain mastery over. So there's going to be challenges, perhaps, or I don't want to say conflicts, because it doesn't feel like conflicts. It feels like educational lessons and challenges when it comes to children, when it comes to maybe having children or convincing them to have children. But you do. I feel like there's going to be children in your future with this person. And that becomes sort of like, there's something about a past energy that becomes a benchmark towards launching yourself in this perspective. But I also feel like there is a benchmark coming when it comes to children in your relationship. It's what really turns the corner in this connection. It really makes it really completes the whole picture. I feel like it really completes everything. It completes this person, which I feel like is really kind of interesting. It's like your influence and what you bring to the table, and everything that happens beyond in your connection helps to soften the heart of this Divine Masculine energy. And then all of a sudden we go from like this authoritarian type of energy to like the dad of the deck. This person definitely has a great big heart. I feel like they are almost like a big teddy bear. I do feel like they could have like a fair complexion or fair eyes for someone watching as well. But like a big teddy bear. You have the Eight of Cups. And we have the King of Swords. Back of the deck is the Eight of Swords. And then we have the Three of Cups. I will say, and this again is not for everyone, please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not feel right to you. There is a little bit of a stress associated with certain goals that we'll have within the relationship. Some of that stress might be surrounding children. There's something about discussions or challenges surrounding children on some level, or for some watching, it could be you trying to kind of convince this person that it's a good idea as far as timing, as far as readiness. But there's also this, honestly, this beautiful celebration energy that does come in. So even if there is a struggle, don't let it limit you. Even if there is, uncertainty of us both not being on exactly the same page at the same time, just keep involving yourself in this beautiful story, because there is opportunity waiting and reasons to celebrate coming in. So you will have success in that department. I feel like there's going to be some type of discussion or challenge surrounding building a family, but we work collaboratively, we do well, and we end up celebrating as a result. There is something about you helping the divine masculine move on from limiting perspectives, limiting belief systems surrounding their capability. It almost feels like they don't feel capable of being a father, for instance. Could be, again, this could be reversed, it could be motherhood, but they're tapping into divine masculine energy right now. They don't feel capable, but you help them move on from that, and you really allow them to see that they have not only the capability, but everything that they've been through, especially in their own childhood, they have to draw from that in order to apply better energy towards your connection, your children. I do feel like the reasons why they maybe have limited perspectives surrounding children was because of their own limiting childhood. But that's what propelled them into their career, perhaps, closely related to guiding youth. And that's what's going to propel them towards this beautiful lesson in your connection. What will married life look like? What does their life together look like, please? I feel like you guys also become really good friends, and that's so important in connections. You know, fire and passion is wonderful, but fire can fizzle a little bit as we get older and age, and, you know, we develop these beautiful friendships, and there's a beautiful friendship waiting for you here. I do feel like for someone watching, this person could be different from you in a cultural sense, so you guys could have a different religion or be different culturally. I just saw the news, self-sabotage associated. We have volcano, and we have solitude. We also have here the hedgehog. I do feel like this person coming forward for you, this person that you're marrying, is going to be somebody that does bottle up their feelings at first. I don't think that this is going to be a trend that exists forever in your connection. I feel like you give them a soft place to land. You offer them the compassion, the care, the emotional generosity that they really need to move outside of their own cycles and into something more collaborative. There's a lot of passion between the two of you, but again, I also feel like they hold their feelings in until there's like some type of an eruption, whether it be an emotional outburst of some kind as well. But that really highlights even the stress that they feel. It's like stress that they feel that builds up over time. We have the hedgehog here as well. What will life be like in this connection, please? This person that they would marry. We have here, pay attention to your work, the desk. And there's an emphasis on the school desk. I feel like there's this person does kind of feel like a workaholic. But they feel like an educator of some kind. You will be receiving a precious gift. And the precious gift is not just the commitments, but there will be the commitments here. The precious gift are the things that you form together under pressure. These diamonds that are formed under pressure, I feel like it's going to be children. You will be receiving a family with this person, an extension, successful outcome to your problems. This is going to be a very successful connection. Very abundant connection. We do have challenges to overcome, but that's what Spirit just wanted to highlight, was that no matter what path you walk down, there are going to be challenges. But the beautiful part about this connection, which will kind of laugh in the face of all the rest of your connections from the past, is the fact that we're going to want to be generous with each other. We're going to prioritize each other instead of prioritizing our own emotional safety the way that perhaps we did in the past connections. But it's so worth it once we get to the top of that mountain. We do have somebody who is shrewd, especially in business, somebody very intelligent as well. And you are perched, I just saw perched, waiting for a package, news, or letter, waiting for this person to arrive. And there's a feeling about surrendering to it. Spirit says surrender to what's about to be revealed to you. So in this moment, back of the deck, we have someone is going out of your life in the end of a situation, but success assured with good plans and hard work. So you may be having just gone out of a cycle. Maybe you have just gone through a breakup in this moment, but know that once that door closes, we have new potential waiting for you right around the corner. Beautiful energy for you, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please. What else can you tell me about pile 1 and who they will marry and what that life will look like? Knight of Cups, King, I almost said the King, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune. You feel stuck right now because I feel like you already had an Emperor energy that came forward and you were like, I thought that was the one for me, and now I'm frustrated and I feel stuck. I feel insecure. They are speaking here about vulnerability being your key to success, despite the fact that right now the last thing you want to do is open your heart. Spirit says that that's what is required of you in the next chapter. They're also talking here about a very protective element, somebody who comes in with a very protective type of energy surrounding you, and they're saying that the person coming forward for you has a very traditional idea surrounding roles and, you know, the roles that we play in our relationships. They're very traditional when they consider who should play what role. Right or wrong, that's just what I'm seeing. We have timing being a factor here, but time is not the factor, Spirit says. Everything's happening exactly as it's supposed to. We have N, K, and S, Z. We have the bone here. I think of bones to pick, so bones to pick from the past, so you may still be holding on to some type of pain. We do have strength, and we also have the infinity symbol with the turtle. I think of the Knight of Pentacles, someone very reliable. We have the Christmas present. I think about December, so there could be something significant happening for you in December. We also have the key. Key to empowerment. They're showing me the solar plexus. All right, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading, and be sure to hit your notification bell. You can check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. You can check out Instagram as well. And I just hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the lapis lazuli, and this is your reading. You are also drawn to the Lovers. Who will you marry? What are some details about your life together? Who will you have a deep-seated commitment with? The Lovers is all about a deep connection. It is ruled by Gemini, so you could be a Gemini, or perhaps this person is a Gemini. Maybe you're both Gemini energies coming through here. But this is a deep physical attraction, but it's a deep emotional connection as well. It could start with a very physical energy, that I'm getting a really strong sense of the divine feminine's tree being lit aflame in this moment, and us maybe being a bit defensive by their approach, being defensive by the way in which they approach, because maybe we're focused on the educational part of our relationships and we really want to grow and evolve and be emotionally connected. Spirit is encouraging you to make sure that you're looking at opportunities that are coming in from every single angle before you discourage yourself against them or kind of push them out of your mindset. So let's take a look and see, who will you marry and what will life look like with this person? We have the 9 of Swords. Now, if you are the Gemini, you could be an overthinker, because they're really speaking about overthinking. And sometimes, you know, Geminis are so smart because they are able to look at things from every angle, but sometimes they just keep circulating in that observation. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. Who will you marry and what will that connection look like? We have the Magician. 3 of Pentacles coming out with the Page of Wands. Now it's also coming out here with the King of Wands and the 4 of Cups as well. And oftentimes the 4 of Cups comes out when we need a new outlook, or we need a new perception, or we need to shake ourselves out of a perception where we have been circulating for a long, long period of time. They are indicating for you, pal, too, that this person could be showing up for you within the next year. And that's why they want you to kind of get yourself righted and prepared for a launch. So they're asking you to call back any energy that is helping to keep you in a mindset of whirlwind energy. It's like, I just feel like you're circulating in the same fears and worries. We do have Temperance, and we also have the Four of Wands. Oh my goodness, they're talking about twin flame energy and something very similar between the two of you. So a parallel between the two of you. Again, you could both be the same sign or have, you can see both these people are redheads. There's just something very similar that bonds both of you together. And that's intentional. It's like a physical representation of an inner authority. Like there's something else deeper than just the surface of what you're similar in. And again, this could be like a birthday, or you could just share like a culture, just something that's very similar between the two of you. There will be a full-fledged commitment here. I feel like it won't just be a common law situation. I feel like you will be committed to each other. Whoopsie daisy, it just bumped you. And this is for the long haul, Spirit says. Like, this is it. You have the Eight of Swords supporting the Nine of Swords. And you can see with the Eight of Swords that she's actually standing underneath the star. And if she just takes off her masks and takes a look, she would recognize that she has arrived. And that's something that Spirit wants you to prepare for now, because they're trying to get your focus back into the present moment and not somewhere else, wherever it has been. They are indicating here that this person is somebody who really loves movement, who really loves travel. That could be kind of a part of their career in some way. They could be somebody who has to travel because of career, or there's some type of travel aspect associated with their career. It could even be a long commute, but I just keep hearing that song, On the Road Again, On the Road Again. And part of that could be your energy. It's like, I'm on the road again. It's like, I don't want to be on the road again. I want to be established already. I feel like this person's curiosity is infectious. And as they're talking about you moving in with this person. Way before you marry them, you're going to be moving in with them. And there's something about their curiosity that's very infectious. They are speaking about somebody who's going to be meeting this person this year, starting the conversations or starting the process of connection. Three of Wands and the Star. Eight of Pentacles. And this person works to make sure you feel good about yourself. They are the type of person that's very vocal when it comes to how good you look. This is the type of person that's going to say that you look beautiful every day. They're going to tell you that they love you every day. They're just very vocal. They communicate is part of their love language. We have Cancer energy here as well, Aquarius. This person works super hard, and I feel like they work in some type of form of transportation. But they've got goals. They've got bigger dreams than that. I just heard they've got goals. To be honest with you, I almost heard the term like Uber Eats or like skip the dishes, something like that. They may have done that as like a moonlighting in career as a side hustle or something. Because they're pulled in different directions. I feel like they work multiple jobs right now. And that's somebody who is really focused on growth and building for themselves. We have the Judgment and we have the Eight of Wands. And there is like travel associated with this person. Like there's something about movement and travel that you both are going to enjoy, which is beautiful. But there's also a really deep-seated physical attraction that I feel like drives you guys through a lot of hardships. It's like you can always fall back to each other when you're feeling uncertain. I do feel like there's the foundation being built here, and I want to see what this Three of Pentacles looks like. What is this going to look like? What will life look like for pile number 2, please? Ace of Cups coming in, along with the Four of Wands, both of them in the reversal. They're saying that arguments that will come out in this connection in the future will come out because of stress. They're talking about a stress energy that brings about arguments. Especially if he feels like he disappoints the Divine Feminine, that's when arguments really start, because they really internalize that, because they really work hard to keep the Divine Feminine really happy. And so they get stressed out to think about discord in the home. So this person works really hard not to create discord in the home. There is an internet aspect to you meeting this person. So you could, for someone watching, you might be meeting him online, he or she online. What does life look like? And I will say here, this person is working towards goals of entrepreneurship. So I feel like they're currently working multiple jobs, but that's because they're trying to set themselves up to create something of their own. I also just got a message about somebody's friend setting somebody else up as well. So a friend could get involved with the beginnings of this connection or be the reason why you meet this person in the first place. But I still feel like there's going to be a very heavy online aspect to this connection and the beginnings of it. Because you're going to take your time, I feel like, to really surrender to the opportunity here in the situation. There's the Nine of Pentacles. Here's the King of Cups as well. I feel like the Cancer energy is coming from the Divine Masculine. And there's the Ten of Pentacles. And there's the Judgment. Your guides and your angels are saying, just wait till you see what we have in store for you. Just wait. We have so many things that are coming in for you that are going to change your opinion of the present moment, that are going to change your opinion even and make you hungry for your own success. They want you to know here, they want you to keep your head high and follow the sun, because they're talking about abundance. I feel like this person's also really funny, and they have a very sharp humor. It's like, you know, some people are slapstick funny. They can throw themselves around and make themselves look really funny, like Jim Carrey. And then some people are very witty with their humor, and this person's very witty with their humor. You're also going to have a lot of physical abundance, which is really, it's always a wonderful thing to have, because then we don't have to worry about that. There's something about physical security, feeling supported, and enviable and energy. Like, other people are going to look at you and really wish that they were in your position. They're going to want to have that type of connection. But the two of you would have cultivated and worked hard to achieve that goal together. And so there's a beautiful energy. If you're interested in family, if you're interested in making a family together, I do feel like that will be in the cards for you as well. And I always say because the future is very fluid, and if that is something that is not in your wheelhouse or not in your heart space, then that's not something you have to follow. What can you tell me about this person, please, that Pao-2 will marry? Heart-to-heart conversations are needed. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. And because there's like a twin flame energy here, the two of you may have very similar parallels to disappointing each other, and that could make you both clam up. So that is a challenge for the two of you to maintain an openness and communication, because you're both perhaps coming from a limited perspective or limited experiences. And it takes some time for us to steer our gaze back towards the star, back towards something abundant. It takes practice. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime coming through here as well. And keep an open mind, because your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. They also just highlighted honeymoon, and they're speaking here about, again, lots of travel for the two of you. And I do feel a certain amount of independence before any type of family is created. So you may spend a few years together before you decide to start a family, so that you can have freedom to travel. And just freedom in general. What can you tell me, please, about who Pao-2 will marry and what their life will be like? We have the Tree of Life. I feel like you move around a lot with this person too. Because you're traveling a lot, I feel like you move around a lot. But they're not talking about, because they're talking about the roots that aren't very deep here, but that doesn't mean that there's not stability. We have lots of stability. It's just that maybe we want to move around. Maybe we are mobile with our career, our job. And that's why Spirit keeps giving me this mobility surrounding career and the plans that they have to create their own career and their own business so that they don't have to stay in an office. I don't feel like this person works in an office. We do have Peacock. Beware of some pride, a little bit of pride, but also a really attractive person coming forward. And I feel like they almost know it. There's an attraction. It's a very traditional type of attraction for the Divine Masculine. So it's like I'm seeing a chiseled jaw. I'm seeing, you know, strong features. Like a Roman nose for someone too. We also have the House. And we also have Bravery on the back of the deck. Joy Harjo with the teacup of rest and healing. Now, every path that we take is going to challenge us in some way. And so this pathway, of course, is going to ask us to gain mastery in just as much as any other pathway is going to ask us to gain mastery, because even connections that are meant for us are still going to challenge us. But and pride could get in the way, perhaps. That could be one of the challenges that we face. But there will be a strong, solid foundation built with effort here. And I keep hearing that song by the Dixie Chicks about making a house a home. Having the courage to make a house a home. Can you tell me, please? Psychic ability and trusting in your intuition to guide you. And things will not always be this way. A change is coming. The changes, I feel like, are coming. I feel like they are already in the middle. This person that you're going to marry in this moment, I feel like are working multiple jobs, even if you haven't met them yet. And I feel like the change that is coming is really affecting the career realm and really affecting abundance and finances overall. The outcome is going to be very, very good. The outcome of that change is going to be very abundant for you. We also have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. And who could ask for more than that in a connection like this? Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 2, please. What else can you tell me about the person that pile 2 will marry? What will their life be like? We have the Lovers. Again, Gemini, King of Cups, and the 4 of Cups coming out. Now, there is an emphasis on gaining new perspectives with this 4 of Cups teetering on the reversal, and how you're going to help each other gain new perspectives, especially from limiting perspectives, overthinking, loss of sleep, negative past, emotional connections, anything that's left us with a limited perspective. This connection is going to open our eyes and open up our hearts again. We have the cupcake, wanting our cake and eating it too. We do have here the Divine Masculine with a monopoly. I think about the Divine Masculine increasing their efforts to make things work. We have IT and PC. We have a double-edged razor. We also have good. And we have the world, the internet. I also think, again, lots of travel perhaps with this person. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the red agate and to the happy squirrel, and this is your reading. Who are you going to marry? What are some details about your life together? Now, the happy squirrel here in this tarot deck is an extra card. There's a happy squirrel and there's a sad squirrel. So you were drawn to the beautiful happy squirrel here. And this is about shooting our shot and then reaping in the benefits. The squirrel will often forget where it plants its nuts, and then it'll grow a whole wondrous forest. So it talks about not being afraid to plant seeds, all along your journey, because you never know which one is going to grow into this wondrous forest. This is also talking about luck being on your side as well. And the tarot deck that I was using for the placement cards was the Tarot of Mystical Medleys, for anybody that is interested. But what can you expect? Who are you going to marry? Pile number 3. And what does that life look like? We have the Knight of Swords coming through here. This is the Disney Villains Tarot. They're talking about not second guessing yourself and really not jumping to certain negative conclusions when you feel fear creeping in. Because they're talking about a fear of loss that maybe you carry with you sometimes. We have the Queen of Wands. Part of this fear of loss could be about missing the opportunities overall, missing your boat, so to speak. But you also don't want to be fearful of missing the boat so much that you accept poison or accept a poisoned apple here. Two of Cups. I feel like you are at a crossroads in this moment, and perhaps you're even in a relationship at this moment too, but you're at this crossroads, and the Spirit wants you to know that no matter where you're sitting in life and love in this moment, that the path that you're on is exactly the path you need to be right now. This is exactly where you need to be. We have the Sun. Back of the deck is the Two of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. Oh my goodness. For someone watching pile 3, you could be in the relationship that might end up being your commitment cycle. That's not for everyone. Even if you are in a relationship, that may not be for you, but there is something very powerful about the momentum that you're on right this moment. And yes, you may be a little bit fearful, but there could be something hiding in sheep's clothing here. There could be something hiding in plain sight. And there's the Tower energy. It's like this lifeline. And this Tower doesn't have any discernible doorways, right? That's the reason why we needed the lifeline to get to the top of the tower. So there's no discernible doorways, but there's this lifeline that's shining out in the darkness. And there's the Six of Cups. So there's like a flirtation or something. You're coming to a crossroads where maybe it's going to be a friendship that turns into something more, but it's very powerful, the momentum that you're on right this moment. So don't worry about what has brought you or what travel has brought you up to this point. The Knight of Swords, again, might be jumping to conclusions about what's sitting right in front of him. And Spirit just wants you to surrender to what's about to be revealed to you, because there's something really powerful coming. We have the Two of Cups. I feel like this person is really sarcastic a little bit, but in a funny way. Like they make you laugh. The sarcasm might get old eventually. But there's something very powerful about laughter and about the quick wit. It's like their fast responses or the quips after the fact. They're just very quick-witted. I will say that Spirit says that sometimes this humor is a deflection because of their own fear, their own insecurities in the moment. It's kind of like when, if you grow up chubby, you start to make fun of yourself so that other people will just laugh at your jokes and not join in their own jokes. It feels like that. The Chariot. The King of Swords. And they are talking about this person really needing encouragement or really needing, it's like they need to be told that they're funny, or they need that ego boost. So there's this beautiful evolution that Spirit says is going to happen because of your influence, which is really, really lovely. I feel like for some, you've already met this person. I feel like you're already flirting with them, or you already know them in some capacity. And Spirit's encouraging you to just take action here. Here's the Knight of Wands. There's something really powerful about the physical connection. And the physical connection may start out the process here. So you may get really physically drawn towards each other. You may start a physical connection, and then the emotion starts to really pick up, and we start to show our vulnerability through that aspect. But that's what they want you to see beyond, some people's desires and intentions. Like sometimes we get approached with fire, and then we will push it away because we think that that's not good enough because it's not emotionally connected. But Spirit says we have to look through the forest to see the trees here, to see that the emotional vulnerability is being reflected at us through that fire in some way. I do feel like this person is currently evolving with their career, currently moving into the position that they will end up staying in permanently, and there's a leadership role that is waiting for them, but they may not be there yet in their career cycles. And there's something very powerful about them working online, working with computers, working with something like that. Like, I just feel like a very strong sense of like tech or IT or computer aspect for somebody watching as well. This may even allow them, they might have to travel for their job sometimes, but there's also this internet aspect to their career too. So they could perhaps maybe even work remotely and maybe have to just go in occasionally. But I just feel like there's something that's evolving in their career, and it will evolve exponentially, I feel like, throughout your relationship. They are talking about this Nine of Pentacles, about physical security in this connection, which is very beautiful, but they're also speaking about your security in this connection and not having to worry about a roving eye. I feel like this person's very loyal to you. And you may be coming from a position where you don't feel safe in that environment, so you really need that loyalty to rely on here. This person's really smart as well. And although I'm getting a lot of air qualities here, they could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like they're very emotional under the surface of things. So there could be water in their charts as well. We have vacation, the kite. And this is the type of environment, the type of relationship where I don't feel like you are going to be traveling all of the time, because I don't think that careers would allow that, but you will take at least one vacation a year. They want you to trust in your psychic ability. They will become a boss. They're not a boss yet in their career, but they will be in a leadership role. We have in need of help, assistance, and guidance, the Hand. I just saw June. And to be honest with you, I feel like this card is in relation to current energies and seeds that this person is trying to plant right now. They feel like they need a little bit of a boost in ego or boost in confidence to be able to get things moving, because the Divine Masculine in this case has a huge fear of loss. And that might affect their ability to launch themselves at the beginning of this connection, because they are encouraging action here in a flirtation cycle once that cycle opens up, or if that cycle is already upon you. Spirit wants you to know, pile 3, that you are at a crossroads for your own individual growth here. Because even in collaborations with marriages and things of that nature, the focus of the movie is still going to be on you when it comes to your spiritual journey. And so you are at a crossroads in this moment, and they want you to embrace this moment. They don't want you to worry about timing. They don't want you to worry about the outcome. They want you to embrace your independence in this moment, knowing that the universe is going to support you with something wonderful. So that you are in I almost said metabolic, but you're in a spiritual perspective or an energetic position to launch yourself into action when you feel the necessity to leap and to take that leap of faith. Or you'll be prepared to launch yourself right now in the present moment. If you're taking a vacation, either physically or mentally. So vacations are definitely something, and travel, but it feels secondary. I don't feel like you'll be able to travel all the time. They're also talking about perhaps a vacation when it comes to outcomes, because they say that we're always so focused on the end game, and it makes us miss the journey. We have keeping our life in balance. There's a beautiful mixture here of spiritual connection and physical connection. There's something really profound about your connection here. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. And happiness, well-being coming in for you. And you have the Sun waiting for you as well. I feel like this is also the type of person that when they are in the doghouse with you, they're going to distract you with things like gifts. Specifically, literally, they just said shiny. And so I think they're going to try to distract you sometimes when they've done things that are wrong, when you're frustrated with them. They may try to, their love language might be gift giving. We also have successful outcome to your problems on the back of the deck. Who are you going to marry? What would that life look like, please? For someone anyone watching, I feel like this person's really tall and skinny. So take that as it resonates. There's just this lanky type of energy to this person right now. And I say tall, but I'm only 5'4", 5'3"-ish. So I'm short. So tall to me is not tall to everybody. We have here, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that's what they're enticing and what they're asking of you in the present moment here from your guides and angels, is to really tap into that self-esteem and into that independent energy. Because you're setting a bar of example. And you want to be loving yourself at 100% so that you can leave that on the table as the example. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. I am getting a message surrounding the divine feminine being slightly older than the divine masculine here when you first meet, and obviously beyond, but take that as it resonates. Past life relationship, you have known each other before, and romantic feelings. The feelings are real and worth exploring. As I said, it feels like you're at the crossroads now. It feels like you're already part of a flirtation cycle. So Spirit says that that is describing your situation. First of all, this person may be from this past life or this lifetime that we're in, or a past life from beyond as well. But they're asking you to keep an open mind and to take action against something that's going to arrive for you or has already arrived for you. Because they are real, and in the very least, they're worth exploring. And what you may find may ultimately surprise you with a very abundant relationship that makes you both very happy. Oops. What can pile number 3 expect, please, from this relationship? We have by the book. Doing things by the book. Making commitments perhaps on the Bible. There's an emphasis on education too, and it's coming in from this King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. That was also emphasized in pile number 1, but there's very different vibes here as well. They're talking about this person being really interested in masculine pursuits, like masculine sports. It's like aggressive masculine sports. So like even football, rugby, things like that, hockey, just contact sports. We have the Moon, Scorpio. Back of the deck is the Toad. And the Toad for me is a symbol of grotesque humor. So they're speaking again of their style of humor, the way that they bring it forward, and also situations where we're going to laugh about them later. So emotions that we're feeling in the moment, or even momentum in the present moment where you're just in flirtation, where we're going to laugh about this time frame later. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you, pile number 3. Actually, I'm going to see about, I didn't get any indication for family here, so let's ask Spirit about that for pile number 3, please. What will this connection bring, this marriage bring, in relation to family and growth in the future? The Moon is indicating it's going to bring in changes in your life that are going to be very educational with the Apple. The Moon. Again, Scorpio energy. What will this connection bring as far as family and further growth? 7 of Pentacles. I love that she's planting little seedlings. The grass is green where you water it. That's what Spirit just said. The 7 of Pentacles is like making an investment in something and getting back a dividend with whatever care we put into that investment. So Spirit says that if you have the goals towards family and children in this connection in the future, they can be realized. Got 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 2 of Cups. What are your goals? Back of the deck is the World and the Sun. So if you are hoping to expand and build a home out of this connection, then Spirit says that's absolutely a green door that will be open to you. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 3, please. Who are you marrying, and what will that life look like for pile number 3? Hierophant energy, Taurus. Really strong Taurus energy here actually today. Cancer energy, Leo, Scorpio, very strong as well. We do have the Nine of Wands, we have the Three of Wands, and we have the Hierophant in the reversal. So there perhaps have been some frustrating delays. And there has been this emphasis on really not really trusting in the institution of marriage, being held back or being turned off by the institution of marriage, or just feeling like the institution of marriage has been kept from me in some way. And it's really frustrating to me because I've been waiting a long time for it. And this has put a chip on my shoulder, which perhaps, unfortunately and ironically, will add to further delays because we create this resistance in our energy field and we communicate to the universe that that's what we're expecting to see, is further delays. But the good news is that Spirit says the delays are only going to be as long as we make them, especially in current energies. If you are in a flirtation cycle, they are encouraging you to follow that cycle to see where it takes you, because in the very least, it's going to help you to chip away at any vulnerability that is required of you in this moment to move you towards the positive cycle that is waiting for you. You have the big sun coming out. We have two little crushed cards. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We also have the Five of Pentacles. There's something about using a situation or a perspective as a crutch. We have D and I and Anne. It's like Diane. That could even be a name. We have here the stethoscope. I think about a heart chakra, a blockage, and we have the big sun. And you were drawn to the sun as well, or the sun was pulled in your reading in the future as well. So all things are abundant for you in the future, Pile 3. But that is what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. And if it does, please drop me a comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. And I hope that you have a great day.